welcome to another episode of Kwesi's Corner with me, Kwesi. Today we're going to continue our little mini series of What's in Your Bag. This time we've got the great John Morgan of Sensor and as well as of Drumshack. Here today he's going to talk about what's in his stick bag, and we're going to see him next.
Alright, how you doing? I'm here in Kwesi's Corner to talk about what's in my stick bag. Well, first of all, we've got some sticks. We've got the Vic Firth 5A, quite a few pairs of them in various states of being chewed up. And we've also got some Steve Smith Tyler ones, which are the ones with the foam in the middle, and they got a really nice bounce to them and a really nice feel. And I sometimes do some gigs with acoustic bands, and it's just nice to play with them because they've got more of a feel of a stick than some of the other sort of rods. And you can play quieter, or you can lay into them quite a bit, and they're good. I've got some just standard lightweight brushes, some Regal tip ones. I've had these for about 15 years and they're still going strong. Again, sometimes do some acoustic gigs and need to play a bit quieter. So, also sometimes in sound checks and stuff, if you just want to have a little tap around on the kit and not annoy everyone by whacking the hell out of your drums, then sometimes brushes or rods are a good thing. We've got one of these, which is a Gerber multi-tool. Comes in well handy. It's got pliers and it's got a little knife and screwdrivers, and it's come in really useful. Like, I've had this for about 15 years. It's worth spending a bit of money on one because providing you don't lose it, you get your money's worth out of it. And the amount of other people in the band, like the guitarist or the DJ, or loads of people ask to borrow this all the time. You never know when you've got a really tight wing nut that needs getting off, or something that's broken. You know, you might need to snip some wires, or it's a good investment. And like I say, providing you don't lose it, it's money well spent and it will last you a long time. On the outside we've got loads of rubbish that always comes in handy sometimes, you know. Spare strap for your snare because they break from time to time. A spare beater for the Iron Cobra. A felt one because I normally use wood, but sometimes if you're doing a bit of recording and you want a different sound for the recording, you want a softer sound, then that's why that's in there. Various felts like hi-hat seat felt and hi-hat clutch felt, and cymbal felts of different sizes, because again, sometimes when you're doing gigs and people borrow your kit, they'll play it before you and you come on stage and they've lost some of your felts, or you might go to a rehearsal studio and they've not got all the things that you need. So these things cost pence really to buy, and just keep them in your bag because why not, you'll use them. A couple of cloths for cleaning the kit sometimes. One of my kits is a Vista Light and it just attracts dust. Like washers and wing nuts and things that sit on cymbal stands of different sizes, because like I say, sometimes you might borrow someone's kit at a gig or use a kit at a rehearsal space and they've not got all the stuff there that you need to protect your cymbals or to keep them on the stands. So these things are really cheap and you just chuck them in your bag and forget about them until you need them, really. So that's what's in there. Like I say, that strap always handy because sometimes, you know, when you're whacking the snare all night and your snare goes, like the bass drum, those are the two most important things at a gig. So you've got to have little backups to get you through, because if you haven't got a bass drum or you haven't got a snare drum, then you're not doing the gig basically. And I suppose most importantly as well, which I forgot about, which is in here, is a drum key, which, you know, you shouldn't be doing gigs or playing drums if you haven't got a drum key. It's just on a little bit of string here that clips on and off, so I never lose it. And that's what's in my bag.
Thanks for watching. We hope you like what you've seen. If you do, please do not hesitate to subscribe on the address below, and hopefully we'll come at you with more shenanigans very shortly. Enjoy. Have a good week.